Hi guys, and welcome to my channel Sumaq Beauty. My name is Paola and I'm here today to show you guys how I contour my face using two different products. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I do this using contour sticks. These are from Smashbox, and also using powder contour. This is by IDY Beauty. So if you're interested in this kind of video, stay tuned. Since the tutorial today is all about how I highlight and contour, I have gone ahead and already applied my foundation and my concealer. I did not apply any powder because I'm going to be using contour sticks today. So let's get right into it. Here are the three sticks that I'm going to be using today. They are really dirty because they've been a mess, but you can see the back here. But you can see the three colors right there. These are the Smashbox step-by-step contour sticks. They are a trio, so three of them come in. You've got the contour color, the bronze color, and then the highlight color. We're going to use all three today. So whenever you apply a cream contour or a contour stick, you do not want to apply any powders over your foundation or your concealer, because otherwise it's going to look really muddy and it will not blend well. Now, before you start contouring or highlighting, it's very important to know what your face shape is. There are thousands of things online. There are videos. You can, charts, anything that you can see and identify your face with that, and that will give you some guidance. My face is a little bit in between. It does have the oval shape, but it also has sort of the heart shape. So if you have an oval face, like I do, typically the length from the top of your forehead to your chin will be much longer than the length, or the width, I guess, from the sides of your face. So mine has that. But if you have the heart shape, you usually have something wider here and going down to more of a point. So I kind of have an in-between of both. So I kind of just go more toward the oval face, but there are a few things I might do with the heart shape face. They're not that different though. So this is just a guide if you have a face like me. Of course, if you have something different, you just have to look for something for your face shape and then just find that little bit of a difference that is in there. I'll talk about them as I go through. So I like to start off by contouring first. So with these three sticks, I'm going to use the darker shade, which is this darker brown, for contouring, and then I'm going to apply the lighter brown to just warm it up a little bit. Anytime that you're using a contour, you use a darker, more muted, cool color, just because that's meant to hide what you don't want people to see. Like your features that you don't want as accentuated, versus the highlight, which is going to bring those out. So I'm gonna use this dark one, and these sticks are super easy because you literally just draw on your face and then blend it through. So I'm gonna start on my cheeks, which is sort of like the biggest deal when we contour because we wanna have our face looking like this. So I like to follow that hollow of my cheekbone that my face already has in definition, which is really nice. So I don't always contour anyway, but when I do, that's what I follow. And I'm just gonna go not right on it, but just a little below it and draw a line. And then I really wanna make this line parallel to where my lip begins, but you don't want it to go too far down, because if you do that, like say I stopped right here, then you're gonna bring your whole face down and it just looks really like dragged down, and you never want that. You want always your face to look lifted. So I'm going to take that from here to here and just draw that line. You can draw a line, you can draw some, little whatever you want to do. So I'm going to do one whole side of the face so you guys can see what it looks like without the contour, and then you can see what it looks like with it. So that's the first place that I'm going to place it. The next one is going to be on my forehead. Now, I have a pretty large forehead, and sometimes I feel like it really sticks out. It's also very rounded at the top, so I really do like to minimize this, but I just add right at the temples, a couple strokes right here, just right at my temples, and then when I blend it, I'll end up dragging it up here. If you have that heart shape and your jaw is pretty defined, you don't really need contour, but mine is not, so I'm going to add just a little bit down here, and then I'm going to use all of that to drag it in. Now, before I start actually blending anything in, I'm gonna go in with that lighter brown color just to warm it up a little bit and add it right underneath all those places, and this one I just kind of like to add in between. Now, when I contour like this, I like to use a brush. You could definitely use a beauty blender, it works just fine, but for whatever reason, I've just gotten really good at it with a brush, so that's how I like to do it. This is the Sephora Pro Angled Contour Brush. This is number 75, and you can see it really has that flat angled brush. So with this small little edge, I guess, or with the edge of the point, is where I'm going to begin the contour, and I always blend going up. So I'm going to begin that blend and try and take it up just a little bit. And now that I've kind of defined where I want it to go, now I'm going to take the flat part and brush up. Again, the more intense the contour, the more intense that you add the product. I'm going to take this up here and I'm going to just go straight into the flat part and do these circular motions, but also working back toward my hairline. And then with whatever's kind of left, I take up toward the center of my forehead. So I don't know if you guys can see right here, but you can kind of see that definition. And then over here, there's nothing. And then I'm going to take the bottom and I work back toward my ear, and then I work forward but down, because this is what I'm trying to hide. So that way my face just looks a little more chiseled on the side, since I don't really have that sharp jawline. Now what I'm doing is kind of creating that E or the 3 shape, which is 1, 2, 3. Or if you're looking at me, it's an E. But so I like to start from here, and then I'll take it toward the bottom. And then I go up here and I take it toward the top to sort of meet where that was. And then down here, I just continue to take it down. So that's really it for the contour of the side of the face. Now I'm going to contour my nose as well, just to go deep in with this contour. And for this one, because I want to make my nose thinner, and my nose is not that thick, but since I want to make it thinner, I'm going to accentuate the area. So I'm taking it up right here and down. I'm going to take a little bit in. Since I also want to accentuate my lips, down here a little bit, and I'm going to blend these out again with that edge. So this is my whole contoured side, and this is not. So if you take a look at this side, you can see there's just a little bit of like darker lines around, or a little bit darker blending, so that's where the contour is. Whereas on this side, I don't have any of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and even it out and add it on this side as well. So now that my face is contoured, I'm gonna go ahead and add the highlight. So for this one, I'm going to use that lighter colored stick, which is the highlight stick anyway, and I'm just going to accentuate all the parts that I want to pop out, which is obviously the center of my nose since I've contoured. So I just wanna bring that little bit up. I wanna accentuate the center of my forehead, and I'm sort of going to take it into a half circle, just a little bit up, not too high up, because then it's going to bring out my forehead again. I don't want that to happen. I want to try to minimize it. And then I'm going to add a little bit here, and then just a little bit more right where I would conceal, to really help open that up. I'm also going to add a little bit here, in here. This is where I had contoured, just so that can bring it up and the contour can hide. And I'm going to actually use the same brush so that eventually all of these blend together. So I'll start here. And I'm blending back toward my ear. And you can see the definition between the white and then the highlight. You can see the difference between the highlight and the contour. With the ones that I applied right here by my lips, I'm just going to take it up a little bit. And then the highlight here on my cheek, of course, I'm kind of creating a little bit of a swivel or J shape, also going up to lift up my face. Right here, I'm going to go slowly and just get the middle so that it brightens that up, just in the center. Again, the contour was on the side. And then I'm going to take this in an outward motion and up. And then in these small circles that I'm creating right here. And the nice thing about these sticks is that they're really blendable. They're very creamy, so if you make a mistake, you want to add more, anything like that, you can always go back and add more. And like, I feel like my forehead needs a little bit more. Just right here. So in these circular motions, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take this contour that was already there and just accentuate it up to shrink my forehead. So my contour is done. That's all that I'm going to do. Like I said, I already kind of have the oval shape, which I guess is the ideal shape that people look to try to have when they contour their face. So I don't do it that much, but there are some times when you really want to go all out. You really want to have that contoured face, and this is what it will look like. For my eyes and my lips, I kept it pretty neutral, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off. Now that it's all set, I'm going to set it with a setting powder. I'm going to use my Airspun loose setting powder, and I'm just going to use the puff and just apply just a little bit all around. And then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. I'm going to take this Morphe R7 brush and use that to spread out all of the powder. Again, once you have powder on, you don't want to apply cream contour. So if you wanted to add anything else, you could go in with a powder contour. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that too. So this is the Highlight and Contour Palette by IBY Beauty. I've used it many times before. And you can see they have a range here of those highlight colors and then the contour colors. For this one, I'm going to use Contour 1. I usually use Contour 2 because it's a little bit warmer, but I'll go ahead and use Contour 1 just to show you guys. And I'm going to use the same brush that I had used before. So Contour 1 is a little bit more of a cool brown, and I'm going to go back right here and just really add that contour. This is definitely more of a contour that will show up. It's really very obvious. So I want to blend it out a little bit more. And just with whatever's left, I'll go over my nose just a little bit, but not a lot. And then I'll take a little bit more under my lips. This helps to really bring out the lip. Of course, to finish up the whole face, once I've done my contouring, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly apply some bronzer, some blush, and then some highlighter. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I thought it was just a fun and easy and quick tutorial for you guys to show you how I contour. Let me know if you contour differently. Let me know if this is how you do it, if you think it turned out well, anything at all that you would like to say to me, go ahead and comment down below. Please give this a thumbs up and hit the subscription bell. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.